Yo, what is happening, guys? DB Reacts here, back with another video. And today, I'm going to be talking about the Barbie movie and why I actually kind of enjoyed it, believe it or not. So, how this whole thing started, it's not a challenge or anything, although I guess it could have maybe been like a challenge for myself. But yeah, no one forced me to do this. This was just all something that I chose to do myself in my own free time. Literally just a couple days ago, this weekend, I was at work, working, making sandwiches, stuff like that. You know, the stuff that I normally do every weekend. And I was like, you know what? I think it would be a very good idea to later that night go on YouTube, rent out the Barbie movie. Because obviously on YouTube, if you go on YouTube, you could rent out movies and even buy them for that matter. I don't know why anyone would want to buy movies off of YouTube. That's just a huge waste of money and time. But you could rent movies through YouTube for a few days, whatever. And I decided to do that with the Barbie movie. I was expecting it to be really bad, really terrible, kind of like the Emoji movie, although I do remember, it's been so long, but I do remember watching like half of the Emoji movie way back in the day, and it really wasn't too bad, despite the reviews, like freaking 7% Rotten Tomatoes. It really wasn't too bad, honestly, but yeah. Like with that, I feel like with the Barbie movie, although, it really wasn't too bad, I feel like they could have done better in some ways, especially with the unrealistic aspect of it. It's just a little too much. I feel like maybe they could have been a little bit more realistic on everything, especially with Barbie Land. Really, women running the entire government? Like, come on. That would be great, don't get me wrong, but yeah, it's never going to happen anytime soon. But yeah, anyways, as I was saying, I bought the movie or rented the movie through YouTube. I watched it, spent the whole weekend watching it because it's a pretty long movie. It's like a couple hours long. Watched the first hour or so on Saturday, and then I watched the next hour on Sunday. I wrote quite a bit of notes, and when I mean notes, I mean bullet points. Every minute or so, whenever there was a new scene or a new something happening, I took little bullet point notes so I could kind of, I guess, explain the whole thing to you guys, because you guys love when I talk random nonsense. So obviously, I'm looking at this note taking of mine, Barbie movie notes. That's what I titled it. Barbie movie notes, just something simple, generic, whatever. Starts off, girls destroying baby dolls. Yeah, so in the beginning scene, you got these girls. It looks like it takes place during the pioneer days, whatever. They're playing with their baby dolls, and they really weren't liking it. And I get it. Dolls, they can be fun at times, but you don't have much of a variety. It gets really boring and annoying. And the girls clearly weren't really having the best of times when they were playing with these dolls. And then this big, ginormous Barbie doll came, the one that would later be in the entire movie, what was it called? The stereotypical Barbie. Yeah, stereotypical Barbie, ginormous. She was freaking 15 feet tall. The girls loved her. Then after that, it was feminism talking about how women went from being absolute nothing to, working in government, for example. Working in government and, having all the same rights and liberties and freedoms that men do, and why that's important, all that stuff. Then after that, Barbie, it's a beginning scene, the morning, and everyone's acting dumb. She's acting retarded. If I can even say that word on here. She wakes up, she's smiling. It just seems so fake and robotic. She's just like, hey guys! Hey everyone! And literally everyone's name's Barbie, okay? There's a few other dolls that aren't named Barbie. There's this one doll. She ended up being, kicked out of the shelves. A pregnant doll. Forgot her name. Pregnant as hell. I think she's 8, 9 months pregnant. I don't know. I thought that was interesting that they would actually have that in the movie. I thought it was just all the same, generic Barbie. Obviously, they're not all white or whatever. They don't look exactly the same, but generally speaking, all very similar and acting very similar, stuff like that. Now, after that, there's this one Barbie. Her name's Barbie, of course. She's like, I feel like she's more of like the activist one, whatever. She was talking about how corporate rights don't equal human rights, or human rights don't equal corporate rights, stuff like that, and how corporations are trying to control them and, turn them into propaganda tools, stuff like that, for their own agenda. And all the Barbies are cheering and clapping and stuff like that. The president loved it. She's a black woman, by the way. She loved it. She was like, oh yeah, gold star for you, Barbie, gold star for you. After that, it's just Ken showing off, especially at the beach. There's this beach scene where Barbie, she goes to the beach, and it's really funny because it's like all the food and the water and everything is like fake. It's like they're consuming fake things. For example, she goes in the water, or when Ken goes in the water, when Ken attempts to surf this wave, it's not like he's actually going under the water and stuff like that. It's just, it's a little silly. See what I mean? The movie, it wasn't bad. It's just, it was so unrealistic. Like, come on. Like, show real waves. Be like a freaking, like the lagoon in SpongeBob. Be somewhat realistic. But anyways, after that, there's a huge party at Barbie's house, and Ken is obviously invited. All the Kens are. I guess this happens every night. They're partying. They're doing their thing, and Ken, he tries to make a move at Barbie, and Barbie, in a way, rejects him, and he gets all upset. And as a result, later on, when they end up going to the real world, he stumbles upon a thing called patriarchy, and he's like, yeah, horses are great. I want to be a real man, stuff like that. And Barbie Land turns into Ken Land. And Ken becomes president, and they're about to vote for the new constitution until all the Barbies, they come up with this mastermind plan to destroy that dream from ever happening. And Ken realizes that he's just a big baby and he needs Barbie for his emotional support. Obviously not financial, because, he has all the money in the world. But yeah, while the party's going on, Barbie's like, do you guys ever think of dying? And everyone's like, what? And then I think she was saying something like, ever like dying from like, partying too much or something like that. I don't know. I don't remember. But all the Barbies, went from being all shocked and scared to like, going back to their old robotic selves. And the next morning, Barbie, when she wakes up, it's like she's being deprogrammed because she's not acting the way that she's supposed to be acting every single day, which eventually that makes her turn into a freaking mess. Which the mom of the daughter, who she was trying to go after, but it wasn't her that she was originally supposed to be trying to go after, but it was the mom instead, had to help, calm her down and let her know that, hey, women are still oppressed, yada, yada, yada. See what I mean, guys? Like, that's why the movie was actually kind of good, because it was just really dumb. And a lot of people claim that, like, oh, the movie's terrible because it's, it's supporting wokeism. Yeah, maybe a little bit, but honestly, the message at the end kind of resonates with everyone. Like, you just can't be perfect at everything in the whole wide world. That's why we're humans. We make mistakes. We're not, robots like how the Barbies are. You have to do things that we don't want to do in order to live good lives. You can't just do something that like you're comfortable at doing all day, every single day, and expect, good things to happen to both yourself and others, and even, society as a whole. Now, when it comes to the actual review of the movie, the review that I'm about to give it, I would probably say around like a 7 or 7.5. Like I said, could have been much better. The actors are amazing. I think almost every single one of the actors just did great. The dance scenes and all the Kens fighting was a little cheesy. Really don't know why they had to base Barbie Land off of Hollywood. And, when they go to the real world, when Barbie and Ken and some of the others, prior to them exploring the real world, when they go to the real world, it's always in Hollywood. They always stumble upon Hollywood because that's where the Mattel headquarters is at. I don't know about in real life, but at least in the movie it is. And it's just, I don't know, it's so annoying. I like Hollywood. It's great. Like, it used to be very phenomenal, but now it sucks so badly. Do I recommend kids watching this? Yes, absolutely. But when it comes to little kids, like 3-year-olds or 4-year-olds, even 5-year-olds, I don't think so. I just don't think they would really understand the humor or any of the political tones or aspects of it. But why should they? I mean, they're literally just little kids. Like, little kids don't need to get involved in politics. And the part where Barbie was running out of the Mattel headquarters because they found out that Barbie wouldn't cooperate with them by going in the box, I thought that was so funny. It was just, them, jogging along, and every little single thing that they do, like, they waste like 2 to 3 minutes, and Barbie's able to escape, and she's able to, the mom and the daughter are able to help her out some more. I mean, the daughter didn't want to, but the mom's weird obsession with Barbie. And when they end up stumbling upon Barbie Land, they're so shocked, and they don't know what to do. I don't know. I just thought that was kind of funny, and not in my honest opinion. If you want to see more videos like this, you already know what to do. Subscribe, like, comment, all that stuff. I know this may sound weird coming from me because I don't really have many subs, but for those of you who actually do watch all my videos, thank you so much. It honestly really means a lot to me. I know that once I get this whole 3-channel thing all situated, I'll make better, more high quality videos for you guys, because I know you want to see that. I really want to see it, and I know you do.